Guys, today we are talking about these golf balls, the Mint Ambition Tour, a very affordable golf ball for the everyday golfer. One big thing here, the big standout thing straight away is, yes, it's a three-piece golf ball. Yes, it's going to make you hit it longer. It's going to make you spin more around the greens, which I believe is on the back there. But it is not a urethane cover, so shut the front door. Shut the front door. It's not a urethane cover, but we're going to get straight into it, guys. We're going to do nearest the pin first on this first hole here at Woolly Park.
Do you want to tell them what the score was from part one?
I can't remember what it was from part one. The heat's got to me. So we're going to be talking about this kind of golf ball is coming in at €30, and I say euros because it is in euros on the website. Again, it's a golf ball that you buy straight offline. You can't try this in shops. Again, it is online, straight to consumer.
How much of an issue is that for people, do you think, they can't buy it in shops? You could buy just a dozen to test.
You could, yeah. Comment below, guys. Again, it's another golf ball that if you buy more, obviously the rate comes down, very similar to your Seed golf balls, which again, the more you buy, the more you are going to save. So you want to maybe test it with your first set or your first 12, your first dozen, and then maybe do a bulk order. But
just an interesting point on that, Chris, as well. I'm sorry, I know this is your bit, but for people who are watching, do you try golf balls? I know you can obviously go to your pro shop and you can tape up a driver, or you can try a demo driver, you can try demo irons, but there's never really a demo golf ball, is there? You just buy a sleeve, you buy a pack, and then you go from there. So is it that much different just because you can't maybe put them in your hand and feel them? One thing you said when you picked them up, they do feel a little bit different, don't they? So like the cover on them doesn't feel, I don't know, I'm not going to say it doesn't feel good because I think it actually feels quite nice, but it just feels strange.
yeah, I think if you picked that up, if you found this, one of mine and James's lost golf balls from our videos earlier,
Yeah.
if you find one and pick it up, you probably think straight away that it's a cheaper golf ball because it doesn't feel like a urethane cover. Does that affect the performance? You'll see on James's video. No, we can do everything that we want to do with it. We can flight it down, we can get some spin. But for me, the main focus here is testing this golf ball is, can you hit it closer? Can you have more control on your short irons and your scoring irons? Because that is inevitably how you're going to lower your scores. Yes, if you drive it, if you lose a little bit of distance or you gain 5 yards, is that really going to help? Hitting more greens is going to be better than maybe hitting some longer drives or only losing a couple of yards. So let's get into it. So I've got a 56 here. I'm going to try and flight this down into this green, and let's see if we can get some spin with James's super camera work. So launch nice and low there. Distance wise good.
Oh, that is low. That might just, it's not really spun, but it's released out nicely. That's something which, if it happens every time, you're going to be happy with, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's the main thing you're wanting to do with a golf ball, guys, is understand, is it going to carry the same distance every time? Is there some inconsistencies with distance? If there is, it's probably not going to be a golf ball that you invest in, because it's going to be very hard for you to hit it closer.
Can't believe I've got to try and beat that now. Great shot.
Right, guys, so I used there actually a very affordable wedge. So I used the Skyforge 001 Tacoma 56. James actually got another affordable wedge. He has the
Kirkland.
Kirkland
Irons and driver, by all
Signature.
accounts, coming soon. Can't wait to test those.
So interesting enough here, guys, we're not using the most expensive products on the market, but we are still being able to get the performance if we return the club better. So an investment in lessons might be more beneficial to you. You might save that money
Go on.
using these
Tell you
kind
what,
of
sit,
products.
sit. Oh, it's going to be on the angle, isn't it?
It's a very good effort there from James. He landed it short, it ran out nicely. Let's get down there. Right, down on the green here, just closer.
I'd just like to say, if I heard anything from that seat, it was the seat and not me. It was very prolific.
What kind of noise was it, James?
It was a farting noise, Chris, but it was the seat. I'll replay it for you, because what I did was I slid forward and it went that.
Didn't make it there. But guys, this is where mine pitched, you can see. Yeah, not checked up and spun back by any means, but it stopped within probably 5 yards, which is not too bad from this golf ball that's coming in around about 20 to 25 pounds cheaper. James has ran in there, but unfortunately that's James. One down in the...
I'd actually rather have that putt
that old chest.
than yours.
James is one down. We move on to longest drive, and then we'll get some numbers.
I thought we were going bunker. We're going bunker, son. Don't worry about that. We've got a bunker to do.
Bunker first.
See, even when testing a ball here just for feel, you can sort of sound that it doesn't sound as soft as potentially a Pro V1. This isn't in line to be a Pro V1 replacement. It's more like kind of middle of the range. in the Titleist family, would you ever test a golf ball out of a bunker for performance? Is it something you would care to think about, more so around the greens than out of a bunker? Sit, sit. You know, I've struck that so good as well. It's just caught.
Good. A little bit of spin on there as well, so very good interaction there with the sound. We know James is absolute wizard out of bunkers.
This could be a channel first because you should be able to beat that. Like it was a nice strike, but I'd hit it too hard.
If I'm able to do
you notice
that.
how high it popped out?
It did pop up nice and high again. Is that the cover? We haven't seen that with other clubs, but if we can do that, we know short game. We're not always relying on spin. We're probably here wanting to rely on landing angle. If we can get it launching nice and high by presenting the correct loft, then that's great. And this is again where the money that you save might go into lessons. You might go and have a bunker lesson, you might go and have some short game lessons, you might improve your irons, you might improve your driver. If you do all that, then you might be getting lower scores anyway, but you're saving money on your golf balls and getting the performance, but you're getting your game better as a whole, and hopefully beating your playing partners.
Great shot.
That's 2 up. Me and James are going to have our longest drive here on the second hole at Woolley. Very difficult driving hole. James up first.
You see, I'm not feeling very confident here, Chris, because you were knocking it way past me with this.
I'll just replay that way past.
Tell you what, though,
Great shot.
that's going to take some beating, isn't it?
Well, that's a perfect flight. Just missed those trees on that line, which is the perfect line.
That is the tiger line.
Let's see if I can beat that. So, guys, a great drive there from James. So that's going to obviously take some beating. But if you're interested in lessons, guys, with the money that you do save potentially on getting some more affordable but good performing golf balls, then do drop me an email on that email below. Right, needs another good one.
I'll tell you what, that might be that's probably the best drive I've ever seen you hit.
Perfect, that turning over nicely, but again, a great penetrating flight. Now let's get down there.
Can I just say, Chris, look at those 2 drives down there. They're absolutely awesome, both of them. I mean, I think mine's probably going to be the longest one, realistically. What number ball were you?
I think I was a 1.
I was a 2. I was a ball number 2. I'm really hoping that we'll win this because I need to win something to that.
Yeah, I think you might have done me on the line there. Very tough driving hole here, but it shows you there. Obviously, James, every so often, can get one out there. Bit of
But
luck.
that's like, with that ball and those shots we hit earlier, we hit 2 good shots earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who's spending loads and loads of money on golf balls now?
Exactly. I don't think a Pro V1, a TP5, a Chrome Soft is going to go past those.
There's more in this, you know, than what you might think. Please be a 1 here. Please be a 1.
It's a 2.
Can't be.
It's a 2.
Can't be.
It's a funny looking 2.
Let's just 1, 2.
That's not
3,
a yard.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards on him.
1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, that has been the Mint golf ball. So performing just as good as a premium ball. A sirloin cover, very interesting. We don't see that very often. We don't see your bigger brands bringing those out and putting them to the test against the better balls, but you can certainly get it out there, you can certainly get it spinning in around the greens, you can certainly save you a lot of money.
I do apologise on that, guys. It was never focused, but I didn't want to ruin Chris's. There we go.